We need to get stronger, right now. You see this child? That's little Timmy. He's gonna get hit by a 2020 Chevy Silverado if I'm not strong enough to stop it. And if there's one thing a Minecraft YouTuber likes, it's children, so I have to save him. The best way for that to happen is for me to get a full suit of super strong armor and an OP sword to go along with it. We're going for the golem armor and the golem sword. The golem armor would allow me to take a lot more damage, and the sword would let me drop nukes on my enemies. This gear is more than enough to save Timmy. Of course, getting this won't be easy. Countless lives will be lost. Aww. A bunch of Vietnamese children will randomly go missing. Aww. And I will still have an incredible skill issue. Aww. So, buckle up, unless you live in New Hampshire, and get ready for another long-awaited episode of Stranded. If Smokey the Bear saw what my island looked like after last episode, I think he would have a heart attack, die, and then go play pickleball, in that order. Putting out the fires was thankfully not the worst thing in the world, although it did have me wondering what my island was made of. It's been a while, to say the least, and the fires have still been burning just as strong as when I left them. Either way, putting out the fires wasn't dangerous at all, but it did make me remember why they were there in the first place. It was so I could get my hands on some gold for a gold minion, which just so happened to be what I need to get stronger. Seriously, with my current set, it's a bit hard to, well, live. Fuck. Shit. Damn. This is why Dad left, isn't it? Thankfully, getting gold allows me to make golden apples, which I can use to cure zombie villagers. 6 of those, and I can start making them pay taxes, as well as get iron golems to spawn. With iron, I'm able to come one step closer to getting the gear I need to help out poor Timmy. I just hope I finish in time. I am a surgeon! Now, to cure any illness, it takes a lot of time, patience, and of course, drugs. For these guys, I'm gonna need golden apples and weakness potions. Now, thankfully, I spent my time months ago working on getting the gold I needed, so that's been taken care of. However, there was still the matter of a weakness potion and, of course, a patient. Thankfully, weakness potions are easier to get than malaria in Africa.
Seriously, it's a huge problem. We should probably fix that one.
Because all I needed was a witch to throw them on the zombie. So, with a slight amount of struggle, I managed to trap a witch where I needed it, and I brought a zombie villager out of the mob farm. From there, I just began to tempt the witch to throw a splash potion on us. You're ugly, you're stupid, you suck at game pigeon reversey somehow. There we go. And with one cured, it's time to look at the trades they have. He wants lapis, which I don't even have yet, and he'll give me a desert island for the low price of
only $19.99.
for 25 emeralds. Of course, I would never be able to afford the island without other trades, so I kept on curing villagers. Unfortunately, my witch decided to leave this plane of existence, so I had to get another one. Now, the fool in me thought that breeding villagers would work, but of course, the admins took that away from me, so I had to individually cure them. They wouldn't listen to me, probably because they had their AirPods playing AI villager parodies of songs. Painful as it was to get them to follow my directions, I managed to get the 6 I needed for iron golems to spawn. With iron finally at my fingertips, my goal of becoming powerful seemed to finally be within reach. Now, at the time, I damaged monsters just as much as you get damaged when they give you a root beer instead of a Dr. Pepper at McDonald's. It's not terrible, more of just a minor inconvenience. Still haven't forgiven you for that, Jeremy. The point is, killing them with swords just wasn't an option. So, I had to get creative, because these guys have more health points than Gorlock the Destroyer. With only one real option, I began to pour lava on the iron golems. Sure, their screams of pain were horrifying to listen to, but I'm doing this for little Timmy. He just made some macaroni art of his mom and dad, but if I'm not powerful enough to stop the #1 truck for hauling trailers around, he'll never make it home. It wasn't long before I finally got enough iron for my first minion, which made it so I could get iron a lot faster. Of course, this is only the beginning, and I'm gonna need more minions if I want to get the golem gear. You see, I need 90,000 iron to make both the sword and the armor, and just one minion isn't gonna be enough, no matter how many cans of Celsius I pump into his veins. So, it was time to not only get more minions, but also to make them better at getting me more iron. One of my favorite things to do is getting people to work 24/7 for me for no pay while I reap all the benefits. Anyways, back to talking about Skyblock. Getting more iron minions was fairly easy. I just had to wait a little bit and I would have fresh iron ingots.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yes, I forgot to add the auto smelters, but thankfully they were cheap to make. I also needed to upgrade my workers. If corporate America has taught me anything, it's to reward your employees with meaningless rewards. So, I decided to throw them a pizza party to hopefully encourage them to work better. Only there was no pizza, and I just gave everyone a bucket of milk and some wheat. Miraculously, they all got upgraded to level 3 because of that, so maybe those office bosses are onto something. But there was one last upgrade I needed. It wouldn't make them work any faster, but it would make them able to work longer without me checking on them. I would need a compactor for each minion, made of a lot of redstone and more cobblestone than I had ever seen. Thankfully, the redstone wasn't a problem because I mugged a guy for it, but the cobblestone wouldn't be easy. I would need to make a massive cobblestone generator and a good tool to use. Thankfully, I'd been planning this out from the start, and my elaborate plan begins with this.
Rewind time.
To fully understand this, you need to remember that in the last video, I got my hands on a ton of magma cream and magma minions. Now because of this, I was awfully close to unlocking a lava bucket trade for only 50 coins. Now you may not know this, you idiot, but you need a lot of lava to build a quality cobblestone generator. So if I unlocked this, I would have access to nearly unlimited lava to build a massive cobblestone generator. And just after a day of waiting, I was able to get the 5,000 magma cream I needed to unlock the trade. Thankfully, building the generator was fairly easy, so with that out of the way, I just needed a good tool, specifically a gold pickaxe with efficiency 5. The gold pickaxe was easy. I still had plenty of gold left over from that time I robbed the bank of Burnt Corn, Alabama. But to get enchantments, I would need paper, which could only be obtained from a desert island, which is bought from villagers. Now, thankfully, I had the desert island trade, but no emeralds to buy it. However, the trades for emeralds the other villagers had to offer were actually good. I had cheap gunpowder, ender pearl, and magma cream trades. And guess who just got a lot of magma cream? It's me, I'm the one who has a lot of magma. So, I traded until I got my hands on enough emeralds to buy the island, got myself some sugar cane, and enchanted my pickaxe. Now, jumping back to the present, I spent my time mining until I eventually got all of the cobblestone I needed for all 7 compactors, meaning that all I had to do at this point was wait, and soon I would be strong enough to save Timmy.
Iron Man.
After months, years, decades, the time in between my uploads, centuries, I finally had the iron I needed to craft the armor. Wait, Slapples, what are you doing? No, stop eating up small animals, go check on your iron minions. Oh, okay. With the iron compacted, it's finally time to craft the gear. My minions melted down a bunch of ninja blenders for this stuff, so it had better work. I need to make sure that I'm strong enough to take down the Silverado, so it's time for a proper test. I've done it. I've proven that I'm stronger than a 2020 Chevy Silverado. I'll see you in the next video, where I have beef with the Honda Accord. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a truck to stop.